Hi everybody, Kathy and Annette here. We just want to do a quick video for you on aging wax. You know, a lot of companies have different types of glazes, aging waxes. We have both here as well. The aging wax is completely different than the glaze. What's nice about our aging wax is it's actually what we call a one-step, because when you put your aging wax on and let it set for a few minutes and then buff it out, you're actually done with that piece because it's a sealer as well as an aging wax. So let's go ahead and start by putting this on. This is our gray silk, and we've already painted this and let it dry. So I'm just going to start applying some aging wax here, and I'm just going to do half this board because I want you guys to see how it actually changes the color of the paint. It really deepens it and makes it really rich and pretty while picking up those details in any cracks and crevices there. So I'm going to just brush that on and just wait a few minutes. I'm going to set that over to the side, just kind of let it set. In the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and put some, this is our black aging wax. It actually comes in black and brown. This has been painted in cashmere, and it's got a lot of fine detail there. So I'm going to brush over the top of that and let it set. And then I'm going to go back to this first one that I started on. I'm going to wipe this off with just a dry paper towel. You can use a soft cloth if you want to. The paper towel is kind of nice because I can throw it away whenever I'm done. And I'm just going to start pulling that off. Isn't that pretty? I just love it. It's so rich. It just makes that color beautiful. So I'm going to let that sit for just a minute. What I want is I want this aging wax to stay down in these cracks and crevices. And so I want it to kind of start hardening and drying up. So I'm going to wait about 2 or 3 minutes. I'm going to come back and buff it out. When I buff it out, it's going to heat that aging wax up, and it's going to make it bond and adhere to this paint. And I'm going to have a nice hard surface whenever I'm done. So you can see here, this is gray silk without any aging wax on it. And this is the gray silk with the aging wax. So let's go ahead and move on over here. This is our cashmere that we put the aging wax on. Isn't that pretty? I just love the way it pulls out all the detail in that piece, and how fast and easy was that. There is no work invested in that. It's just super simple. Over here we have toasted marshmallow. Gonna do the same thing. Just gonna brush this on. I really want to get it down into these details. So brush that on there and just let that set for a few minutes. Now I'm going to go back over here and I'm going to start buffing this. Now I want you guys to watch what's going to happen when we start buffing. This is going to get shiny and beautiful, like a really nice finish. What we're doing is the friction that we're creating is what's heating up this. And you're going to see this start coming to life here in just a minute. The more I buff, the shinier this piece is going to get. And I could use the electric buffer, which is really nice also. You can see that finish. It's like a factory finish. It's really, really pretty in person. Same thing over here. I'm going to go ahead and buff this out. Now, if I want to leave more of this aging wax, which I really pulled off more than I wanted, so I'm going to go back and just brush a little more on. And I'm going to let it dry longer this time. The longer I let it set and dry, the more that will stay down in those cracks and crevices. Over here, this is ready. So let's go ahead and start pulling this off. And again, I don't want to pull it from these areas. So I'm just going to lightly wipe that back down until I like the look. And then I'm just going to let it set and dry and come back and buff it later. There you have it. That's how simple and easy it is to use the plaster paint aging wax. Thanks for joining us.